I think there's a spectrum, right? Something, yeah, because if you are so innovative, right, the market might not be ready.
Okay, welcome Brian to In a Nutshell by
Thank
Ratuts
you.
Digital. Thank you. You came here, well, two days ago, right?
Yeah.
From Singapore. You're actually the first Singaporeans or even a foreigner
First foreigner
Oh,
here.
wow.
that come to Ratuts Digital and do this interview. So welcome.
Yes,
Thank you.
welcome.
Of course, we want to know about you, Brian. So
Yes.
for the first question, can you describe yourself? Like, who is Brian Tay?
Who is Brian?
Yeah, who is Brian?
Yeah, I think Brian actually is someone who is shy.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, I'm quite shy. So back then, I would not be sitting here having a conversation with you. But then, Brian is also someone who loves to explore things. Yeah, so that's where I have to push myself outside my comfort zone. And that's where I slowly grow into who I am today and being able to converse with you like here.
Okay, so you're very shy, right?
Yeah.
You said that you are have to push yourself out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Is it building a business? You're a businessman, if I say. Is it also your like you have to like get out of your comfort zone becoming a businessman?
Yeah, I'll say the first time when I first started, actually before that I did not know what I want to do. So a bit about my story was that back then when I was still studying, I actually studied aerospace. So the
Yeah.
reason why I chose aerospace is because I did not know what I want to do as a kid. Yeah. So as a kid, I thought aerospace could give me a good income. Yeah, that's why I got into aerospace. But as I got into aerospace, then I realized that actually there's a lot of other things, right? Because I got into sales a bit while I was studying, and that got me interested into marketing.
Oh,
Yeah, so actually marketing then opened up my world, right? That's where I'll say true interests that actually pushed me outside. I'll say, yeah, because it was my interest, then I wanted to learn, and because I was learning like marketing, etc., I need to meet more people also. Yeah, and my journey, because I really did not know what I want to do, so I had to, I started going out networking. Yeah, so I go push myself outside my comfort zone just to find out what's out there. Yeah, so I'll go to events as a kid, and then I would say, hey, what do you do? Yeah, share with me more what you do. Then some of the people are really kind. They say, okay, let's grab coffee. Then they start sharing with me more. Yeah, that's how I slowly started learning how to talk to people. Yeah, and then also finding out more about my passion, what I want to do, etc. Yeah.
Okay, but do you see any little similarities between those different worlds? You studied on aerospace systems and management. This seems
Yeah.
a little far from what you are doing now. Do you see any little similarities?
Yeah, definitely. So I think actually I do enjoy studying aerospace as well because it is something very technical. Yeah, because I love to explore things. I like to go into the details.
Ah,
Yeah, so it was really fun finding out more about electronics, how things work, right, on a very fundamental level. Yeah, then in terms of what I'm doing into marketing, marketing is also very technical actually.
yeah.
Yeah, so what I was
yeah.
doing was I was helping brands to run advertisements, and then I was like so interested in even the algorithm, how the Facebook algorithm works. Actually, in fact, I was testing so many different things from whether if I were to launch the ads in the morning or at night,
Yeah.
does it make a
Yeah,
difference?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I would say the similarities of that is also to be able to go deep.
Into technical
Into
things.
very technical things.
I
Okay.
noticed you said that somehow it's helping like people, right? I also see in your LinkedIn profile actually you have this idea about creating a self-sustaining economy for 1 million people in developing country. That sounds almost like a philosophy rather than a business
Right.
goals. And I see that you also explore a lot of things. It's very human, if I may say. What inspired that? Like, that vision that you want to help people and then you explore things, and then you actually you build things to help people. What inspired that vision, and how do you see your current work actually aligned with that?
Right. So, um, firstly, I'll say when I was still studying, so I think I was about 16. So after I graduated, needed to go into like polytechnic, there was a break. So during that break, I kind of, yeah, my auntie actually kind of like introduced me to someone, and then he was actually running some sort of, I'll say charity, not exactly a charity organization, but he was going up into like the mountains in Thailand, and giving out clothes. Yeah, so for 1 year I was like following his journey,
Wow.
and then I thought, hey, like I would want to learn more about this because back then I did not like travel on my own, and then I kind of convinced my mom to say, hey, I really want to travel to see what's out there,
Yeah.
right? And then I feel like I was really privileged to be able to born in Singapore because up in the mountains it was really cold when I was there, and then I see like kids without proper clothing, right? They're living in like wooden kind of like homes, right? And then it was really cold, and did not have access to, I would say, even like schools to be able to get like education. Yeah, so my friend then was also like giving out like proper clothing, and then also giving out like toys. Then we see like the kids being happy, etc. So I'll say what we are doing now at Hovarlay, this can actually help to fulfill the vision of supporting more, I would say, more people, giving them the ability to make income to support themselves. Yeah, so therefore we build it into, like Hovarlay, we build it into an augmented reality no-code platform. And then this makes it more accessible to everyone. And us as a platform, then we are able to open up more jobs, right? I'll say indirectly, because as brands want to adopt such solutions, there'll need to be somebody to be able to build such experiences, augmented reality experiences for them. Yeah, so what we are doing now, we are just providing a platform and then allowing more, I'll say, indirect jobs to be able to be created. Yeah. So that's how I see this, supporting my vision of, getting more people to be more self-sustainable.
So it was how it started. Actually, you have a vision to create this your company. You
Right.
started your company.
Yeah, so actually it was a bit more indirect. Yeah, but it slowly kind of led there.
Yeah.
Because when I started, my journey was I got into marketing, right? So once I got into marketing, then after a while, the marketplace got crowded. Then as marketers, we are always looking for blue ocean, which is something that is new. How do you reposition yourself? Yeah, and that's where I wanted to build something that is up and coming, and that's what got me into 3D and augmented reality. Yeah. Then from there itself, we slowly pivot, right? Because 3D augmented is new, I had to pick up the technical knowledge. I need to understand it on a deeper level, which was quite interesting because I like to explore new things, technicalities. Yeah. Then from there itself, we had to find a product market fit also. So that's really important as a business. Yeah, then slowly as we found, I'll say, interest, more businesses needing such services, then we kind of turn it into a platform, yeah, which then can support my overall vision as well.
There's a lot of like a help and help, between your vision, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that about a leader actually, yeah. Because I respect a leader that a lot of leader that I see, they focus more on like the business goals and
Yeah.
then the revenue, but I see a
Projection.
little about empathy, or like well, something that drives them is about empathy. I see very little of it, so I respect like an entrepreneur that have an empathy lah.
I'm also curious if you didn't join your friend to
To
travel
Thailand.
to Thailand.
I don't know. Yeah,
We don't know what you are doing now. Or even, did you ever think about it? Like,
Yeah,
if only you didn't go.
I think actually he was the one who sparked like everything. I have to give him credit because as I was traveling with him, then he asked me, "What do you want to do in life, Brian?" And I'm like, "I don't know." yeah, so that got me to think, and then actually, yeah, that slowly led, yeah, taking small steps to where I am today. Yeah, so really have to give him credit, and he has been there with me. I would say, whenever I have like any questions, yeah, someone I need to speak to, he's always there for me. Yeah.
Okay, now we see that you're still very young. We even on the same age. What were the struggles of being a young leader? Of course, you have a team, right?
Yeah.
And you have to become a leader. What are the struggles?
So I'll say as a young leader, when I first started, I did not know like how to lead a team and then what to expect in growing a team. Um, but I think also growing a team is also another topic, right? Because why do you need to build a team is to build like capacity, to be able to also build like more capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for us also, for myself, like learning how to build a team, I think it's a journey. Previously, I was in a marketing agency, yeah, before I started this. And that journey also taught me a lot of things because through that 1 year and like 3 months or so, I saw a lot of things change. Yeah, the team was there, then afterwards, the team left. I have to manage different things and additional tasks, right? Because I was holding a few roles. And at the same time, I was also helping to train up a team. So that actually gave me a glimpse of how do I train a team, right? And then what to look out for, etc. Yeah, so I think I have to give credit to that experience also. If not, it will be quite a tough, yeah, struggle to learn all these things. So as a young leader, I think we are also working as a hire, right? As my team like start to grow and as we hire, we're also hiring like youngsters. So I think it's a bit easier to connect with them as well.
Yeah.
And then as youngsters, we want to grow. We are driven, yeah, and then we're focusing on the same goal, yeah. So on that part, it's quite exciting. But a lot of the struggle is then like how do you properly manage? How do you communicate? Yeah, because sometimes as we hire, some of the team members might be a good fit for us long term. Some might not be like the best fit. So how is it? Yeah, how to start that conversation to communicate to either like help them grow or to help them find like other opportunities as well. Yeah, so a lot of different things to look out for and to learn as we start to like grow the team.
Okay.
Yeah, I was thinking I have to go to Thailand first, yeah, to do that kind of thing. Was okay. Sure.
Okay. I think now we're moving on about your company, Hovarlay. We actually met before, yeah, with Hovarlay team. At the time, Dio was attending the event with also one of our team, Echa. Can you explain more about the company and maybe a little bit of a background story how it was created?
We started off, yeah, as my journey, went into like 3D and augmented reality, right? So then we were testing the market, we were exploring like different projects. Then we realized brands are looking more into experiences. Yeah, brand
Yes.
experiences. How do they connect better with their customers? How do they leave an impression? Yeah, so then we started to do like some projects there. And then from there itself, we kind of slowly build it into a platform. Yeah. So why do we build it into a platform? Is that because again, we would if we were to do like individual projects, then we will hit our capacity. Yeah. Then
Yes.
we are only limited by how much projects we can take on. And then we decided to build it into a platform so that firstly we can increase our capacity, right, internally. And then we look at, after we build a platform, then we decide, hey, actually this can be much more affordable for brands as well. Yeah. And for everybody, much more accessible. Because traditionally, if we were to build such 3D and augmented reality experiences, it's gonna be very costly, very time consuming.
Yes.
Because it requires like developers, a lot of like designers, and then yeah, a whole agency. So it was only accessible to like big brands.
Yeah.
And that's where we looked at Hovarlay as something much more accessible to the mass market. Yeah, so what Hovarlay does is that we build a 3D and augmented reality platform to help brands, FMCG brands, that means brands with products to be able to,
Packaging.
packaging, to be able to better share their stories directly over the packaging. Yeah, and nowadays, brands also want to connect better with their audiences, with their customers, and to continue to grow their market with Gen Zs, yeah, the younger audiences. Yeah, and younger audiences love, I'll say, experiences. So with Hovarlay platform, brands, marketers, actually anyone can use it to build experiences directly over products to then share their story, connect better with audiences. So how it works is that when you scan with your smartphone, it will then be able to see maybe characters, avatars popping out.
Yeah,
we
actually
have
we
we have
tried.
one of your
We tried scanning the
Yeah.
packaging.
Yeah, and then we look back. We have an experience, right? Like what I told you before, outside that. Oh my God, we created this. We have to hire like a lot of third-party engineers and
Yes.
everything, and then it's clicked on me because you said that it's more accessible because it's a platform. It's
Yeah.
easier for us maybe as an agency also and as a brand, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we were like, oh my God, we should meet you like back then before like when we have like
Can we
a
time
lot
travel?
of brands. Yeah.
Yeah, so since it's built something like Canva, Canva essentially anyone can build their own design, create their own design.
Yes.
At Hoverlay, we allow anyone to be able to build or say immersive packaging experience for storytelling with just drag and drop. They can add in their own assets, add in different interactions, and then their characters, mascot can come to life. Yeah, so this makes it much more accessible without any technical knowledge. Yeah, so we're empowering even designers. Yeah, actually this tool is built, I'll say, for designers also to be able to bring out their creativity because traditional packaging is also static. It's not moving, and then now it opens up a whole new world where they can then share their world of the brand, make it much more interactive, much more fun, much more engaging. Yeah.
Okay. I noticed I have this impression of you, Brian. I think you started off the business with like the human first, and then the tech. After that, the tech. Is it true or is it?
I'll say the tech is like interest. The human part is, I think, something that I hope is part of my values also. Yeah, so as we grow the team, I'll say it's also about connecting with the team, right? So we talk to the team, etc., understanding their goals, and then supporting them in terms of what they want to grow within the team as well. Yeah, so then the tech becomes a vehicle to be able to do that. Yeah, but
Right.
of course that is something exciting that we want to pursue, and then we see like a lot of, being able to support a lot of businesses, small entrepreneurs that are just starting up, small businesses, upwards to like big enterprise as well.
So you spot like a human experience first, like what is the struggle, and then after that, the vehicle is the tech. But what makes you believe that actually like an engaging uh, people with our product, like just like what you do with Hoverlay, like augmented reality, something like that. What makes you believe that is actually the problem for like a lot of people instead of, or maybe it is just on my mind. What makes you
Right.
believe that?
Yeah, so I'll say it's a lot of like feedback. As we grow the business, right? One thing that we really need to look out for is like product market fit. So how do you find like product market fit is by talking to more people, right? The consumers themselves, the brands. So we are constantly talking to people, to businesses, and then hearing what do they need, right? What solve their problem. So as we start to speak to more brands as well, what we hear is that previously, because I was running advertisements, right, that was focusing more about like driving sales. Then, that opened up my world. I realized that actually brands is not just focusing directly on sales. They also need to build the funnel, right? As you talk about
True.
like marketing, they also need to build awareness. So if without like the awareness, without the stickiness, that's yeah, cannot convert to sales
Yeah.
because that's at the bottom of the funnel. Yeah, so I'll say talking to a lot of people, getting feedback, and then we start to hear that actually, hey, how do we implement this for my business, and then how does it, yeah, and then also for end consumers, this wow, so exciting, so fun, I never seen something like this before. Yeah, I love like engaging with this, and yeah, we get like testimonies, etc. So yeah, that slowly gives us more confidence also that this could actually work.
Yeah. Also now, you bring that idea to Indonesia, right? Which is a very diverse market, I would say, because we're doing also marketing in Indonesia. It's a very diverse market. There's a lot of struggles with brands also. But what kind of behavior or like habits do you see that this market, Indonesia, is actually exciting? Then you have to bring it to Indonesia.
So the first time we were exhibiting at Indonesia Retail Summit, we met a lot of brands. Yeah, so there were like interested brands who wanted to explore our solution. And then the really exciting thing about brands here is that they act really fast. Right? They say, hey, I got a
Oh,
campaign this month. Let's do something. Yeah.
it's different with what companies, brands in Singapore.
Singapore.
Yeah, so Singapore, they're like, okay, I have plans maybe end of the year.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Oh,
explore
that's
something. Yeah,
interesting.
because they need to plan. But in Indonesia, it's like, hey, I have something now. Let's just do it.
Can we do it now?
Yeah, so that's something really interesting about the market here. And then once they love the idea, they will want to explore it like really quickly. They want to test the market like fast. Yeah, so I say that is something really exciting.
Okay.
And on the other hand, something that we find really exciting here in Indonesia is the history, the heritage here. Yeah, because Indonesia has a rich history, rich heritage, and that means that in Indonesia there's a lot of creative people. Yeah, you can look at like batik. Batik alone can be
Yeah.
used for so many things, so many different design, so much craftsmanship. Yeah, so I think in Indonesia, not only we think it's a big market for us to grow as a business, but also for us to find a lot of talents, yeah, to grow, yeah, here as well.
Yeah, creative is very fast developing like industry now in Indonesia. We
Yeah,
even now have a ministry for economic creative
Creative,
now,
yes.
creative economy.
Creative
Yes,
economy.
so it's very
Very, very, very
very
fast
fast develop.
moving, like creative. Even
Yeah.
I think I came from Bandung. Bandung has even a different identity lah in terms of creative rather than Jakarta. And then if you go to Bali,
Yeah,
it's
right.
it's
also
a
different.
Yeah,
very
everywhere is
different.
Yogyakarta, and
different.
everything is different. So yeah, I think I get it. And but I don't know about the quickness one, because we have a lot of brands that also act like that. Like we want to do this about next month, maybe.
Yeah.
Then, oh my god, okay.
Yeah, okay. Let's get to it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but what do you think the uniqueness of Hovarlay? What makes it stand out compared to the competitors, whether in Singapore or especially in Indonesia? What do you think it's a
Right.
uniqueness?
So I'll say, firstly, traditionally, the bigger platforms for augmented reality requires developers. So there's a lot more. I'll say they can do a lot more things, right? So with the use of developers, they can create or say more extensive experiences. That's great, right? But on the other hand itself, then you will need a developer. So what Hoverlay does is that we're trying to develop something more for the masses, someone without technical knowledge, right? Then we can give this ability of creating such experiences to, I'll say, marketers, to designers, because it's just drag and drop. So it's much more easier. And on top of this, Hoverlay is not just an augmented reality platform, right? For building engagement, it is also a platform for marketing, right? So brands, I'll say anyone can also build campaigns through the platform. What I mean campaigns is that they are able to add interactions, which then is able to perhaps a form will appear, and user can fill in their details in exchange for a price. And I'll say for the user, they are able to collect a price, right? And for the brand, they are able to build a valuable database, for marketing as well. So we see ourselves not just as something engaging, but also to support businesses on the whole marketing aspect. Yeah,
And it's easier.
yeah, much easier.
A lot easier. Do you think that because a lot of leaders like in startup or like tech startups, they want to create something innovative. Do you think Hovarlay is innovative?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. Oh, but like, what do you think the differences between something innovative and something that are not innovative?
Okay, I think there's a spectrum, right? Something, yeah, because if you are so innovative, right, the market might not be ready. Yeah, so when we
Yes.
started, we try to be like so innovative, then people are like, wow, this is so cool. But then, oh, it's high cost. Okay, maybe next time let's
Yeah.
look at what the market is doing. Then on the other spectrum, where if it's not so innovative, then it's much more mass market really. Then actually it is as a business, right? It's much more easier. Like for example, if you do F&B business, if you're just there, if you do your marketing right, say hey, I have good food, etc. People come. Yeah, but for something that is slightly innovative, you need to also educate the market. Yeah, so it's quite different throughout. You cannot be too innovative, right? Then you become like SpaceX, try and build like rocket ships. Yeah, but it's not for the masses. Yeah, it takes time to then grow into a mass market. So we try to be slightly ahead of the market, right? To be innovative enough that is able to accept, eventually. Yeah, and of course, then we need to slowly educate the market. But as what we're looking at right now, businesses are already starting to move into this space and wanting to develop such experiences.
It's interesting. You see innovative as a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think Hovarlay lands and a bit of a bit right, innovative, but then actually the market is ready. Yeah,
Yes.
maybe a lot of market is ready about that.
Okay, so based on your answer, I think you agree that innovation doesn't always have to be something really new. It can be about simplifying also like something that already exists. Do you agree on that?
Totally agree. So actually, everything we see today, very very few percent of them is totally innovative. Yeah, I would say innovation comes in different ways. How I see it is that we can actually arbitrage innovation. What I mean arbitrage is that you can take something from an industry that's widely used, and then you can take that and plug it into another industry to solve a problem. So how I see what we're doing is that we are actually arbitraging innovation. We are combining different things to solve different problems. Yeah, and that is innovation on its own as well.
So do you think like innovation has like an end, or is it like actually it's a journey lah?
Yeah, definitely it's a journey. So we have to continuously push ourselves, right? Because as the market grows, we also need to be ahead. So what we're doing now is that we have launched our first phase of, I would say, software is ready to use, right? Brands are already using it, but constantly we are looking at what's next, right? How do we further push our limits, make it much better for brands to use us? So we're trying to go like deeper as well. Yeah, how do we help them to solve more problems, make it much more seamless, increase like make user experience much better. Yeah, so we are constantly innovating across different ways, right? Innovating on our own design. How do we make it much more seamless to use, much more user friendly, directly on our own interface? Then also on the technology side, how do we further expand the capabilities, the features on our platform, to solve more problems?
Okay. Yeah, I noticed also it's in your website it says Hovarlay beta,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because we just launched, and then if you guys find any, I'll say bugs, you can let us know.
Of
Yeah, so
course.
it's a bit more
Sure.
transparent.
Sure. During the over the development process of Hovarlay, right? Has there any like major lesson you took that you come actually okay, this is very major, and then we have to change things, or is it actually like a small things that have to be adjusted? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, definitely. So, Hovarlay today has went through many rounds of revision. Firstly, from the design, how the interface looks. So we are constantly like trying to innovate again, right? How do we improve user experience? And then we're trying to improve it. I would say constantly. Yeah. So our first version looks very different from what it is today. We have updated the design multiple times. Yeah, so we constantly like reflect because we want to build an experience that is very seamless to use, right, for the users. Yeah, because again, we are trying to serve the mass market, where designers, marketers, anyone can use our platform. Yeah, so on that front itself, we have run through multiple rounds of edit and revisions, and what we learned is that we need to test fast. Yeah. And if we were to do it again, I think I'll spend more time thinking through everything from the start. And then from there itself, we can, yeah, because how it works is that we design, right? Then after the design, we also like do the development. But of course, in the middle of process, we'll like talk to the designers, etc. But if I will do something slightly different, is that I'll craft out perhaps more of like the features, etc. in a bit more detail. Then this can help our designers to be able to move a bit faster. Yeah. Then the revision will be a bit lesser. Yeah, and we can speed up things like much faster.
I hope we can do that in our agency also. We have to move fast, guys. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Agree.
And then after that, after all that major changes that you have took, and then you spot something, you have to be adjusting the things. What is your actually like the end? Like, okay, actually this is working now. Like the greatest goals lah, if I can say for Hoverlay, for you.
So definitely our greatest goal is then to make this widely accessible to everyone, and then for us to be able to create more jobs, yeah, through our platform. Because we were actually yesterday we were at Tech in Asia. We had a chance to meet someone who was doing like amazing work, right? So he's training up, I'll say, students in the villages to be able to have more technical skill sets. And with that, they're able to earn income way much higher than, yeah, anyone working, I'll say, a traditional job. Yeah, and they're still in school. So they work with like clients overseas, etc. So our goal is then to be able to work perhaps directly with more schools to provide them with like actual skill set, and possibly also be able to connect them with like industry projects. Yeah. And on the overall goal itself, we want to then be able to serve, I'll say, the mass market, making interactive packaging, I'll say, mainstream. Yeah, and then gamified experiences, much more mainstream. And this won't be, I would say, oh, do I need this? It becomes that, hey, everyone's doing this. I would definitely need this as well. Yeah, for my marketing.
But how do you handle like people who said that, I don't think I need this. Have you ever encountered
Receive,
that kind of people? Yeah, I don't think I need this. How do you handle that as a leader of like maybe this is your dream, right? Building Hoverlay. How do you handle that as a very young leader?
Yeah, how it works is that, yes, definitely there's a group of audience that say, hey, I really love this. Yeah, let's do something together. And then we're also grateful to have like team that says, hey, this is something great. I see the vision. I want to work together with you, yeah, to build this into something big. So, and then of course on the other spectrum, there's where there's a group that says, I don't think I need this. So that's where we slowly educate, right? But this is common, right? As we talk about like innovation, like not everyone sees it. Like even for Apple, right? As they launch something new,
Yeah.
not everyone buys the latest iPhone. Or when Apple
Yes.
launch, it takes some time, right? I'll say many years before it becomes like widely adopted.
Yep.
So we try to work more with those that are the innovators, right? Those are more forward thinking, then we grow together with them, and through this community, we slowly impact more people, educate them, and as it grows, I'll say more and more people will start to adopt immersive experience, augmented reality as well.
Yeah, by the way, I agree with you mentioned that the platform would help to create more jobs now in this economy, especially. Like, for example, like people can do social media easily now, even like designing with platforms like Canva. Maybe what you're doing is also similar like Canva, right?
Yeah,
You're providing a
exactly.
platform. So it's almost accessible to everyone. So now everyone can just try the platform, and then they do trial and error, and then they learn independently, and then they can become a real graphic designer in a company.
Yes, even
That's
my
Yeah,
mom.
exactly.
My mom is very old, right? She has a catering
yes.
services. She
Oh wow.
designed all the menu by
Oh wow.
herself
Yeah, also
through
also for
Canva.
older generation, that's very helpful, like providing a platform, accessible platform.
And also, as we speak, AI is getting more and more advanced, right? So we need to continue to grow as well. If not, some technical skills or some like more mundane work, is being taken away by AI. Yeah, so what we're trying to do is then to provide, I'll say, more opportunities, for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, so on our part itself, we don't just, I'll say AI is great, right? We also embrace AI. What we do is that we also trying to embed some form of AI into the platform, right? Where it helps, I'll say, individual creators, brands to be able to create, I'll say, experiences much more easily, right? But it does not take away the job. It actually helps to make it much faster.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's about how do you embrace AI also. It's not about cutting out entirely, right? Because we need to continue to grow with it.
Yeah. I sometimes I do copywriting, right?
Yeah.
I use ChatGPT, but I always said to ChatGPT, only give me the structure. Do not give me the full copy,
The full script.
the full script. I always use
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
sometimes we just need the guide, but they already give everything.
Yeah, and I think it's perfect as a
Yeah,
platform
it's
like
Yeah,
Hovarlay,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's because you still think lah, you still create an asset, and then you kind of just the vehicle. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
exactly.
Yes, true.
So, how AI works as well? Actually, I myself use ChatGPT for like copywriting. Yeah, cause we then just need to provide them with an input, and then if we provide the AI with sufficient context, right? So that is still what we need to supply to the AI. Then it can generate, I'll say, a very good output. Yeah, which is good copywriting of good, I'll say, immersive experience on the platform, right? So there still needs to be a human input, and then we ourselves then need to train to be able to provide a good context.
Yes.
Yeah, because if you just input something that is very generic, then your output will be very generic.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yes.
then we need to learn how to provide a very contextual input. Yeah, like how do you talk to a 5-year-old kid? How do you explain something? Yeah, so if you're able to explain something to a 5-year-old kid in a very easy to understand way and in a very detailed way, then I'll say, yeah, this is how we can use AI to provide us with a very good output. Yeah.
Okay. Now maybe let's reflect a bit
Yes.
on your journey and about Hoverlay also, and maybe we want something about like insights lah from you. Um, so you've been starting Hoverlay for about 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any like misconception? Do you think there's any misconception people often have about like startups? Like success in startups is, having a lot of revenue, or you have to move fast. Is there any misconception that you found?
Right. So I think one misconception, and I think it is, it's portrayed by social media, right? Now you say, if you see social media, there's like someone overnight success, right? So there's an expectation when you say, hey, I'm running a startup, then people will ask you, hey, are you like making this amount of money, etc. Yeah. So I'll say entrepreneurship, building a startup is a journey. It's not an overnight success. Yeah, even if you were to look at those that is overnight success, right? They built their foundation. Yeah, some of them they have built multiple businesses in the past, and then this is something that they realize needs to be built, and then to solve problems, then that becomes an overnight success. So there's a lot of I'll say a lot of groundwork that needs to be done, and I think you should stop looking at social media as a way for like instant gratification. And yeah, I'll say startups don't just grow and build overnight. Yeah, it's like many years. I'll say the expectation is a bit, unrealistic.
Yeah, we have
I
like an
agree.
influencer in here in Indonesia, Shelly. His name is, I don't know. I'm not sure if I can say his name. We can say his name
Don't-
lah. There's
Is it
this
safe?
influencer that copy a lot about He's copying a lot of Andrew Tate, right? Do you know
Andrew
Andrew
Tate,
Tate?
yeah.
And there are a lot of like very young people here in Indonesia, especially like boys, who really want to be him lah.
Yeah, look up to him.
Look up to him, and then okay, you know what? You have to grind, and then you have to do this, and then you can be success. But then after that, what he's doing actually, it's not really like, it's not even helping people. Right? I think he's just doing classes. Like, oh, this is, you have to put your money on a stock, something like that lah. But then yeah, what I see from you, actually, you know what? You have to start with like a human experience first. Like, what problem are you trying to solve, right? Not jump into like how to
Yeah.
make money.
The real impact.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
think that's a
'cause-
good insight lah from you.
Because money flows to where it solves a problem, right? You cannot just say, hey, I want to start a business today, and then what problem are you trying to solve? Yeah, so back to the point of like you need a product market fit, right? You can say today I want to sell maybe like sandals, right? But if you want to sell sandals and if you sell it where nobody is at, then it just doesn't work. Yeah, so we need to find also a good product market fit. You need to solve problems. Yeah.
Okay. Another reflection question. If you could go back to the day you first started this business, what advice would you give to yourself?
I'll tell myself that eventually things would work out, right? Because when I first started, honestly, I did not know whether things could work out. Yeah, I'll say over time you start to build more confidence, right? It's about just doing it. Taking like steps, moving towards it, and eventually you'll build the confidence. You'll build, I would say, the network, and then you'll build something successful. So taking small steps. Though I'm still building up my startup. But I'll tell myself that hey, do things much faster. Testing much faster, and then just do it, and then things will work out eventually.
But do you think you feel like, I have a lot of, this question is popping out a lot of times like in my mind. I always ask myself, do I fear failure? Do you think you fear failure?
Okay. I would say that whatever I do now, right, we go through like so many failures, right? We have to constantly pivot.
Yep.
So I would say every failure is a lesson. If we try so many things. When I started 3D and augmented reality, we're trying so many things, trying to find like product market fit. So if something does not work, we continue to try something new until you find what sticks. So failure is actually a step closer, getting you to your end goal.
I agree. See, I think failure is failure can become a catalyst, some kind of a catalyst that actually eventually become our own true originality, something like that. I always believe
exactly.
that. Yeah.
You just quote. Did you just quote?
I just quote someone.
Conan
Yes,
O'Brien.
yes, and I believe that. Okay, I think last question, yeah, Shirley.
Yes. Yeah, during your journey building your company or even in your personal life, of course, things doesn't always go as smooth as you expected. When things get hard, what keeps you grounded? Is there something or even a personal belief that you hold on to?
Wow, I think this is something personal. I feel that through my journey, I will not be able to do what I do today if not for the people around me. Yeah. So I'll say my parents, they're there with me. Although like they don't really, yeah, they ask me, but I don't really share much because I'm still building. I cannot yeah, share too much. Like then I don't want them to be worried. Yeah, but they never like questioned me. Yeah, and then of course my partner, um, yeah, my life partner, my business partner, they're always there. Yeah, and of course the team also. Yeah, they all believe in the vision. And I'll say I'm not doing this for myself now. I'm doing this for yeah, everyone around me. Yeah, people who believed in me, people who are here with me, and then I want them to be able to do well. When these do well, I want to be able, yeah, to everyone to benefit from this. Yeah, so I think it is something personal and something that, yeah, it's not just for me now. Yeah, so that's what keeps me going.
You're blessed with a solid support
Thanks so
system.
Yeah,
much.
definitely.
Okay, that's a
Really
very
lucky.
nice answer for the last question.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Brian,
Thank you so
for
much,
coming
Brian.
here. And this is a
Yes.
very insightful session.
Thank you
And I
so
think
much.
I'm going to reflect after this
Yeah.
because of what you said. But thank you so much,
Thank you so
Brian,
much.
Thank
for
you so
coming to a
much.
nutshell.
Thank you.
And thank you, Shelly. Thank you, Mbak Revi.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.